the city of Dallas. Hey, Dave.
Well,
the Nuggets lucky to have him. Thanks, David. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West.
Here we go.
You look at the Nuggets. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run. And, of course, Dallas, down 4 spots from them.
You know, right now, Dallas, this season has definitely qualified as a success for them. Their failures were well documented a year ago, and this year, the ups clearly outweigh the downs.
Well, there was no way you were going to limbo under the bar that was set for them coming into this season so low. Just about anything other than the last place finish would have been considered a success. It's just terrific that they've gotten themselves into playoff contention.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Cole is out there with Jokic. Then there's Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2 spot. And for the Mavericks, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Luka Doncic's out there with Seth Curry. And it's Marjanovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Brent, at this point, perennial contenders sometimes goes through the final games of the regular season. Any danger that they can't hit that right button or flip the switch and get back into gear?
When you hear analysts say that the playoffs are all about matchups, they are exactly right. You and I talked about this, Kevin, several years ago about
all the time.
Going into the playoffs, teams don't have to be hot. You don't have to be 10-2 in the last 12 games for your playoffs, because all of a sudden, if you're matched up against a team that's owned you all year long, your chances of winning that series are very, very slim. So it becomes just let's get in and let's find out who we're playing, and then we'll get to work.
20 feet out. Kept alive.
As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
The Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Doncic finds Curry. Now here's Marjanovic. On the wing, Hardaway. Sinks the three-pointer. Hardaway has got 5 points so far.
Well, it's really important for Tim Hardaway Jr. to find some more consistency from the three-point line.
And Jokic throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver. Right side, Porzingis. 5 on the clock. Out to Hardaway. Porter with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Pushing it up. Here's Murray. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Meeting the defense with a tenacious will to score. Murray giving you that effort.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. Grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
Here's Craig, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And at 7'2", Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
And the basket by Curry.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Murray kicks to Porter. From deep. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The towering presence that is Bull. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Now, here's Doncic. He is averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And the layup's good off the glass. Jokic has got his second basket of the game.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Doncic finds Marjanovic. Left side, Curry. Pass to Doncic. Shot clock at 5. Over Murray. And that one hits back iron.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And the dunk by Bull.
Well, Jokic with great anticipation there. One of his better qualities as a passing big.
Here's Curry. Bull making his last shot. Doncic with it. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Here's Morris. From outside the arc, and he's good on the 3 ball. 2 on the clock. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. White is out there with Trey Burke, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Here is Daniels. 5 to shoot. Shot from 12. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Dozier. And he dunks it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right. And that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Here's Wright. After the Nuggets pick up 2. Pass to Kleba. Here's Finney Smith. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Porzingis, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
It's a nice-looking stroke from the mid-range. Porzingis, at his height, he knows it. He can get that shot off anytime he wants.
And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Well, seeing Jeremy Grant at his size getting out on the break in full sprint, collecting and finishing.
And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
And remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Over to the left wing. White, left side. Porzingis kicks to Finney Smith. White outside. And the pass to Finney Smith. Burke with it. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot before second violation.
Looking now at the numbers for Wright. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 7 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Passes it to Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. Denver making a switch here. 1:51 left in the second quarter. Kleba, the pass to Burke. There's the dish to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. His three-pointers off the mark. Murray outside. No good with the triple. Mavericks trail by 6. Jackson kicks to Porzingis. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
More and more as Porzingis is playing these minutes and has these scoring opportunities, he's dealing with the contact much better.
And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Signed him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Now here's Millsap. 20 points for him last game against Dallas. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
A good decision-making with the ball in his hands for Paul Millsap. That's a terrific feed.
Doncic passes to Burke. Here's Kleba. Millsap covering. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Doncic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway comes in for Jackson. And Barea subbed in for Burke. Now here is Hardaway. His last outing with 20 points. Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. Barea against Murray. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Paul Millsap picks one up. The Mavericks shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Mavericks in Dallas. Murray misses the layup.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Here's Barea. It's deflected.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were unable to ever build a big lead. And
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Nikola Jokic. Cole is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Murray, and it's Craig in at shooting guard. Jokic against Marjanovic, and Marjanovic with the slam.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Here's Jokic. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets in a foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
Dallas making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in. And Denver also making a switch. Morris is checked in. Poked away. Bold dishes to Porter. Three-pointer. Another shot. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bol. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And the shot goes in. Craig's got his second basket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Morris kicks to Bol. Back to Morris. Banked in off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Nugget lead.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Pass to Craig. Launches it. Buries it from 3-point range. Craig's got the lead up to 11 now for Denver.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Porter finds Jokic. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. No good on the wing 3. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
They need this, and the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Near the 3-point line, it's Morris, and there's another one for the Nuggets. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him. I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Hardaway against Porter, and he makes good on the layup. 7 points for Tim Hardaway.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
Outside, Porter shoots, and Denver again with the bucket.
And shots like this are why people are just so high on Porter. Has such a quick release on that jumper.
Curry finds Marjanovic. Over Jokic. Marjanovic, no good. Denver leading by 15. Bol the pass to Porter. Here's Craig. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Curry gets the bucket.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And Curry with the clear path to the hoop. No good there. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. 13 points up at the end. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on Coach Mike Malone.
Let's build on it. Let's build.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Mavericks trail by 13. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. J.J. Barea is out there with Wright, and it's Hardaway in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And it's Wright missing. Denver shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Murray kicks to Dozier. Denver passing it around. Beyond the arc. No good that time. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Porzingis, and that one's drained from the low block.
Porzingis with a soft jump shot there. Nice touch.
Dozier passes to Murray. 3-pointer, Daniels. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Wright finds Hardaway. Back to Wright. Wide open look. The shot's good. Wright's got it back down to single digits for the Mavs.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
A nice shot by Dozier.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Correa, the pass to Wright. On the wing, Hardaway. Now, here's Barea. He's covered by Daniels. And J.J. Barea, the bucket on the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists tonight. Murray outside. Grant kicks to Dozier. A 3-pointer, no good. Mavericks trailed by 10. And here's Barea outside. The shot, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And stolen by Wright. Barea with a wide open look. Another miss by Barea.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
It's stolen by Barea. Kleba, the pass to Barea. Drains the 3-pointer.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, that effort just not good enough, because even if that defender was a bit taller, the shooter already locked in.
That shot wide open. Barea's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the 4th for Dallas. The Nuggets leading by 4. Here's Dozier. And again, unable to change momentum here. Wright dishes to Barea. Hardaway up top. To Porzingis. Intercepted. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Holds it up for Millsap.
You can't afford to give Paul Millsap that look. That shot is what defines his game.
Dallas has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And Wright kicks to Hardaway. Back to Wright. The pass to Porzingis. Over Millsap. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Kristaps Porzingis.
Porzingis loving the moment right here, stepping up huge.
Daniels passes to Dozier. And here's Daniels, headed by Porzingis. This is to Millsap. Over Porzingis, takes the 12-footer and hits. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
What a huge shot from Millsap. Gotta love how he steps up in that moment.
Out to the wing. Here's Barea. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Yeah, clutch basket, even with him being on the short end of the stick, size-wise.
Sometimes it just comes down to sheer will. Taking challenges head on because you need those points.
Dozier kicks to Daniels. Grant outside. Offline with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Barea, the pass to Wright. Back to Barea. Wright with it. He's covered by Murray. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Mavericks with some changes. Justin Jackson, he's checked in for Hardaway. Doncic comes in for DeLon Wright. And Trey Burke subbed in for J.J. Barea. On the wing, Doncic. 6 to shoot. Dallas again missing. And it's the Nuggets ball. Porter dishes the ball. Kicks it to Murray. And here's Jokic. And Denver again with the bucket.
Look, Jokic continues to get confidence. He is becoming that guy for this team.
From deep three-point range, it's off. So the Nuggets win it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting. Puck pickups. Upper and lower body fluidity. And goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting. Puck pickups. Upper and lower body fluidity. And goaltending.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The start. It's the NBA on 2K. The players love it. Thank you, David. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Millsap.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small 4. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2 guard. On the wing, Porter. The putback, Jokic on the follow.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Oh, man, these fans are pumped. I expect them to be loud tonight. It should be a great game.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. Millsap passes to Jokic, and yes, it's good. Jokic has got his second basket of the game. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of it?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same, because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing it, adding tournaments, letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games.
Very interesting. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
They've got an effective passing big man in Millsap. He does a lot for their chemistry.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Nurkic to stop the run. Here's Anthony. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Well, now that they have that monkey off their back, hopefully they can settle down and execute.
And the rejection by Collins. Murray, good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Three-pointer, Lillard. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
His three-point shooting is an important part of his game. Lillard has to hit that shot all night if he wants to keep the D honest.
Millsap has the open look. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Out of bounds, Denver takes possession.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
So for the Trailblazers, Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Little comes in for Zach Collins. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And Whiteside's got the ball here for the Trailblazers. They trail by 7. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
Out to Morris. From deep. They get the rebound. Dozier passes to Bull. And here's Morris for 3. That shot, no good. Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Little, and it's Little finishing it off.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Jokic. Bull kicks to Jokic. And Whiteside sends it back. Here's Trent. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Simons, the pass to Hazanya. There's the double team with Bull. Pass to Trent, 11 feet away, out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And let's take this moment to check out the point guards with the highest shooting percentage from the last 10 games. And you look at Morris, 4th in the league and as consistent as they come.
As a point guard, you want to create the best possible shot every trip down the floor. And given the way these guys have shot the ball, it's not a bad idea every now and then for them to go it alone.
When you can shoot like they can, why not? I mean, the threat of their shooting make them more effective at the point.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Good work there as it goes.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and finished off by Hezonja.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
And that one goes out of bounds. That's touched by Porter.
That's just a needless giveaway. You got to make the defense work for their turnover.
Portland trailing here. Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Trent. Stolen by Grant. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets lead by 1. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment.
Buffalo, like fashion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
You're exactly right, GA. I mean, they've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
They've got Bull, Plumlee out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Monte Morris, and it's Daniels in its shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
And the pick-and-roll tandem of Damian Lillard and Yusuf Nurkic, one of the most unstoppable in our league.
Yeah, Nurkic as a role man, not only a scorer, but also a capable passer, too. He had the second most assists on the team last season. He and Lillard have mastered the nuances of the pick-and-roll game.
For the Trailblazers, Anthony comes in for Hezonja, and McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simmons. That one drops. He ties it up.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
For Denver, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And really, few guys in the league are more unique than Bobo. Has length for days, but needs to add a tremendous amount of strength to guard his natural position.
Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Denver. Now, here's Collins. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. McCollum, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And talking about Bull, his dad, Manute Bull, was known for his defense. That is not the case for his son.
Well, they're 2 completely different types of players. Bobo's game is about skill. He can handle, he can shoot. And for someone who's 7'2", he's a tremendous playmaker.
The Nuggets with another miss.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
Stolen by Grant. Now, here's Bull. Covered by Anthony. Bull can't hit.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Now, here's Whiteside. Following the miss by Bull. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Now here's Murray. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
Yeah, It wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous.
Clock at 4. Back to Grant. High shot from 10 feet out. And the Nuggets lead by 2. Chris, we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent. The biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor. And the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that three, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Collins.
And one thing you talk about with Lillard, great at all times, but absolutely lethal in the clutch.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And here are the Nuggets now. Portland making their last shot. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Millsap with the steal. To the right side. Here's Craig. They get a hand on it. Trailblazers trail by 3. McCollum with the ball. Now defended by Jokic.
Yeah, Kevin. Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. A good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
And then Lillard slams it in.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers.
The 11-footer. Millsap misses. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Jokic, no good. Portland leading by 3. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
And it's good for 2.
You can't forget about McCollum from there, proving once again that he's not just a jump shooter.
And Millsap slams it in.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Lillard with it. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Here's Craig. And the last-second attempt does not go in for him. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They never got too far behind. Thanks for joining.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Nikola Jokic getting it done today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot.
The remarkable range of Lillard. I mean, you see these shots he makes from distance with ease, effortless release.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots, just on found in that center position.
Now let's take a look at the list of players who have been absolutely lighting it up. These are the NBA scoring leaders over the last 10 games. C.J. McCollum, third.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
You know, Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Well, Kevin, it's impossible for the D to impact that type of shots if it's going to be that matchup. He's giving away too many inches.
Outside Collins. Millsap with the steal. Here's Porter. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Porter's got 4 points this quarter.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. That makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Now here's McCollum. Checking some stats on him right now. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball, following the three-pointer by Jokic. Floats it up for Jokic. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The wide-open shot by Little. Portland, no good that time either.
It's still early, but a 1 for 4 start to the half, that's a bad sign, if you ask me. They've got a can't-miss play. Now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
Now Collins, following the miss by Paul Millsap from deep. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Collins has got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers. And Porter, here we go. Here's Jokic. Rebound by Nurkic.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
In the corner, it's Little. Nurkic trying to get open.
Now, realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, Kev, I mean, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
And there's Murray on the assist by Jokic. Chris, there are guys that talk a lot of trash on the floor. You played against some legendary trash talkers. Who stands out in that area when you think back to when you played?
And I tell you what, the two guys that are on my mind, they definitely could talk trash with the best of all time, and that's Pat Beverly. We've seen what he does. He just keeps coming and coming and coming. And that guy, Day-Day, yeah, Draymond Green, the one that plays out there in Golden State. Oh, yeah, he has a mouth on him, too. I think you heard him.
And when you played, who was the best trash talker back in your day?
By far, Larry Bird and Gary Payton. Those two guys would talk trash so much that you would get entertained into their talking and be like, what are you going to say next? I'm having a good time out here. It was always in fun, but trust me, they always wanted to stick that dagger into you, too.
And you couldn't hide a smile either. They started getting you going. You could not hide a smile.
I couldn't, and that was my thing. I talked trash while I was smiling, so maybe no one else knew what I was saying but you. But those guys, they keep you laughing out there. They talk trash about you, themselves after they missed the shot. They would talk themselves down or talk to a fan that was talking to them. So it was always entertaining. The best trash talkers talk to everyone, not just to their opponent.
Grant kicks to Dozier. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Morris. Portland also making some changes. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Collins. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simmons. And now Portland on the break. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Encouraging to see Lillard focus on improving his defense, showing solid instincts to come up with that steal.
Here's Plumlee. And that time, also a missed shot. Portland leading by 9. Here's Anthony. Oh, that's blocked. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Daniels kicks to Plumlee. The Nuggets with another miss.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Whiteside, and Whiteside stays right with it. And now it's an 11-point Trailblazer lead.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And stolen by Whiteside. That one doesn't drop. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best.
Hey, good job defensively.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Grant down low with Jokic. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. The Nuggets trail by 11. Jokic passes to Grant. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And there's the pass to Anthony. Whiteside dishes to Carmelo. Whiteside kicks to Lillard. Here's Trent. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Dozier passes to Craig. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And the wide open shot from Morris. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. To the middle. Passes it to Trent. Lillard outside. Launches it. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
You better play up on Lillard at all times, especially when the pass is coming his way. You got to know he's ready to shoot once he catches it.
Dozier kicks to Morris. Here's Jokic. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Nuggets have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Anthony on the wing. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Morris with the ball.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah. Bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Lillard, the pass to Trent. It's Hezonja in the corner. Lillard outside. Off target with his 3. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. Jokic, no good. Portland leading by 13. Here's Hezonja. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The league has cracked down C-Webb on flagrants. Players leaving the bench. Do you think we need to be as strict about it as we've been?
Oh, I love the attention to detail the league has given on flagrants. So you don't want the flagrants of the past. My friend Kevin McHale, he says Rambis just ran into his elbow. That wasn't even a flagrant foul on that play, if anybody remembers that old play that I'm talking about back in the Celtics-Laker days. But how about today? My thing, Kevin, is just don't call it ticky-tacky flagrant. I think we all know what a flagrant is. Let's keep the new flagrants as flagrants and no flopping. If you flop, no flagrants. Games are too important. You don't want that flagrant 1, flagrant 2, a shot and the ball. It can change the momentum of the game. I think the league and the refs are doing a great job. Let's just not let those ones that aren't flagrant sneak in there because of flopping.
And Chris, what about players leaving the bench when there's something going on?
Well, tell you what, the league has always been great about that. And now what's funny is if you watch the games, there's an assistant coach that is designated just when he sees a scuffle on the floor. His only job is to run to the end of the bench and stand at the line with his arms out so no player can cross him. So not only is the league taking steps, not only are players mindful of it, but now you have an assistant coach. His only job is to stand up there.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Portland.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. That they were disciplined and focused.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Hassan Whiteside.
Well, the best work.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow. They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
Craig, good.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
Lillard misses. Porter against Anthony, and the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his second foul of the game. A three from Morris. Rebound by Nurkic.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful. Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
And here's Millsap from the arc. That shot off. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Substitution on the court.
7 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Trent. Misses the shot. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This one, David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
Hang time, moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge to the game like it's credit, your team crowd need an edit, yeah. I see face and credit, hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need a plan to revive, let's get a shot pressing. They say what I said, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up, I don't miss often. No look, I had to boss up, get the puck.
The Trailblazers focused as they walked into the locker room earlier on.
Well, Damian Lillard is not just...
I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Mavericks. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs. And, of course, the Trailblazers, a couple spots below.
And for Portland, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them, Greg. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr., Seth Curry is out there with Doncic, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. And for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3. Doncic against Lillard. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Boy, you got to keep up. That time, Anthony leaving the defense in the rear view.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Pass to Finney Smith. Curry on the wing. Fires from the line. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Pass to Collins. You can see it, Doris, with some of these good teams trying to build momentum as we get closer to the postseason.
You seem to know and understand which teams are good on both sides of the basketball. Are they top 5 efficiency, offense and defense? And as you know, Kevin, if there's a player with a hot hand, that can really make a difference in round 1.
Absolutely. And that one drops for him.
Wow, they finally get it to go down on their 4th try.
Passes it to Nurkic. Nobody near Lillard. No good on the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Finney Smith, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball. Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
Here's Porzingis. The Blazers getting the bucket. Down low, Hardaway. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Portland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And the Mavericks, we know, have been trendsetters, investing in development and in technology.
Kevin, they have always been on the cutting edge of data collection and then using that data to give them a competitive advantage. When you're in a business, it's always about what's next.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
The Mavericks leading. Hardaway with it. 20 points for him last game against Denver.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, it just his effort level was off the charts.
Curry against McCollum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one's on Anthony.
Well, think back to before he moves on to the Dallas Mavericks. While Tim Hardaway Jr. was with the Knicks, he was carrying such a burden offensively because Porzingis was still recovering.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. White, he's checked in for Curry. And it's Burke in for Luka Doncic. Lasagna, the pass to Simons. Over Burke. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Here's Marjanovic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And right, here we go. Oh!
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to lead, no doubt.
He was all alone on that one.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they've played together as a unit over this last stretch.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the 2-guard spot. Barea kicks to right. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Mavericks making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. Back to right. And stolen by Whiteside. And now Portland on the break. It's tipped out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. This gives us the chance to view the best three-point shooting teams this season. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Barea, the pass to Marjanovic. Three-pointer right. Dallas, no good that time either. Trailblazers trail by 10. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, two guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are two of the most complete, dominant two-way big men in today's game.
Portland moving the ball around. From outside, off the mark. Mavericks leading by 11. To the paint. And Marjanovic with the slam.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
And the pass to Little. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Comes up empty down low.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for DeLon Wright. Seth Curry comes in for J.J. Barea. And Doncic is subbed in for Trey Burke. Anthony with the bucket.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. The feed to Curry. Drains it from 17 feet out. Curry's got the lead up to 13 now for Dallas.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Marjanovic passes to Finney-Smith. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. And you look at Luka Doncic, 6'7", about 220 Doris. Is he a point guard? A point forward? I mean, where's he fit?
Well, I think in today's modern NBA, where we talk about positionless basketball, he's the perfect fit regardless of where you put it. He can defend wings, he can defend forwards, and offensively, you want him to be in command of the basketball.
And a deep three from Lillard. A rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Just to Porzingis. Fires the three. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 15. And it's Little finishing it off.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. From past the arc, his shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
What I love about Luka Doncic is how much fun he has playing the game. Shots like that, the flair just demonstrated.
Tipped away. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Here's Finney-Smith. Portland grabs the miss. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That'll be his second foul of the game.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Zach Collins subbed in for Little. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Hardaway comes in for Porzingis.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Doncic outside. And so it's Dallas holding a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They are in control of this game, up by 8.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Boban Marjanovic, he's really playing well.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
A huge bonus. Boy, when he's contributing like this, it makes everything easier for his team.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. They've got Porzingis, Doncic out there, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Mavericks leading by 18. Doncic with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Here's Finney-Smith. Taking a look at his stats. He's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. Simons is checked in. Curry outside. That shot is off. And it's Portland the other way. Inside, here's McCollum. And he drops in the layup off the glass. McCollum's got his first 2 points of the night.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And Doncic, here we go.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive. Luka Doncic can pass it, shoot it, drive it, and he does it all with great flair.
Out to Anthony. Curry trying to break free. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Collins.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And you see some of the shots that Doncic knocks down. Doris, the degree of difficulty is off the charts.
It is, Kevin, but the skill I love the most is his passing. It doesn't matter if it's a hook pass, a lob. He has the strength to hit the weak side corner, and this guy loves delivering in the big moments. It is so fun to watch him.
Kid Gilchrist is checked in for the Mavericks. Barea comes in for Curry.
And there's so much to like about Luka Doncic, but perhaps the best thing is he can contribute in every aspect of the game. Scoring, rebounding, passing, you name it.
And Nurkic gets it to go.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Mavericks leading by 17. Now here's Barea. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating, and the shot goes in.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Out left to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Barea. And the rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 17. Right wing, out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. On your screen now is the 2K leaderboard showing us the leaders in blocks in the second half of the NBA season. Second is Hassan Whiteside. Third is Porzingis.
And having one of those guys clogging the lane has been like having a brick wall around the hoop. Terrific block numbers after the break.
1:32 left in the third. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Wow, that's the mobility of Porzingis gliding in for the finish.
Pass to Hazania. Kid Gilchrist against Collins. Shoots over Kid Gilchrist. The shot off that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Barea, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
For the Trailblazers, Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Anthony subbed in for Mario Hezonja. And then for Dallas, Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Seth Curry in for Doncic.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
No one near Whiteside as he lets it go. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Portland foul call.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simmons.
First personal foul in for your Trailblazers.
40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now here's Curry. He's guarded closely. To the middle. Marjanovic kicks to Barea. From 10 feet out. No good off the back of the rim. And Collins has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Here's Lillard. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Lillard's got his first points in this one.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And here's the fast break. Puts up a three. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists tonight.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
And so it's Dallas with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Right back after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
And to me, Jay, you love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins is out there with Anthony, and it's Whiteside in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Outside, Porzingis. From outside the arc, and that one's good. Burke. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
Great insight. And the shot goes down.
Oh, guys, you have got to love those long strides. KP able to cover some ground on his way to the rim.
Anthony, no one around. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Saturday, they'll head back home to host the Phoenix Suns. And then on Monday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Maxi Kleber, and Curry subbed in for Wright.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
To end the run, up again, and the second chance effort by McCollum.
And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Curry passes to Burke. 16 feet away, it's Curry. That time on the assist by Burke. And the Mavericks lead by 21.
Boy, had this shot on automatic. The confidence so crucial to what Seth Curry brings to the table.
Lillard with the bucket.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Outside Curry. Passes to Porzingis. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Burke can't get it to go. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul. Nurkic against Porzingis. Kicks it out to Lillard. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his 5th assist in this one.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Back to Curry. Now here's Burke, covered by Lillard. Back to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Burke. With the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Here's Collins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Shooting for Portland.
And that one falls for Collins.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Here's Marjanovic, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Zingas, he's checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Jackson. Curry's checked in for Lee. And Doncic is subbed in for Wright. Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. Back to Marjanovic. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Good. And the Mavericks lead by 20.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Dallas.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And the basket by McCollum.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
And he gets the bucket.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Lillard outside. No good on the 3. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a
nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains. We're in the beautiful city of Denver, Colorado. Thanks for joining us here. DA.
Nugget.
That's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, DA. Now, look at Dallas's starting lineup. Luka Doncic's out there with Curry. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard position. Clark, we have a big-time matchup with the big men down low tonight.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, you're going to see both teams double these guys because they're just too hard to handle. Otherwise, they'll have to do their work and make their decisions quickly.
Curry on the wing. Pocket 6. Doesn't go for him. Now Denver takes it the other way. Last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks. Now Jokic. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Here's Craig. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Here are the Mavericks now. Doncic passes to Hardaway. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. Curry. And it's Denver with the rebound. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. Porter dishes to Murray. Passes it to Jokic. Back to Murray. And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Here's Porter. Rebounded by Hardaway. Mavericks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Doncic. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Porzingis has no problem giving the ball up. This is just the kind of unselfishness you like to see.
Craig kicks to Jokic. Pass to Millsap. Here's Craig. To the wing on the left. Jokic passes to Millsap. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. For Dallas, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Finney Smith passes to Doncic. Down low. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, you've got to push Porzingis out of the paint. If you don't, you're looking for trouble.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are. A lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
The Mavericks leading. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Porter passes to Millsap. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
With long arms and excellent skill and understated strength, Millsap bullies the defender on the finish.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. Doncic, no good.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Jokic finds Porter. Now Murray. Jokic high post. And Jokic slams it in.
Boy, a lot of energy and hustle on display from Jokic that time. Never giving up on a possession.
Finney Smith passes to Curry. Outside Hardaway. A putback. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Murray surveying the D. The pass to Jokic. Here's Craig. A three-pointer, no good. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Murray, the pass to Millsap. Over to the wing. 30 seconds left to play here in the first. Jokic high post. To the paint. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Pass to Marjanovic. Back to Burke. To the left wing. Barea, that's a 2-pointer. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. A good close contest. So and close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
We've got Plumlee. Ole is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the 2 guard. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Bol dishes to Grant. And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That's his first foul. Pass to Dozier. Down low, 13 feet away. Here's Plumlee. Second chance shot, and he lays it up and in. Plumlee's got his first bucket in this one.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
And one area, Clark, that Mason Plumlee doesn't get enough credit in is his playmaking. He does a great job at that as a center.
I could not agree with you more. He's an outstanding passer, but when you're playing with Jokic, you sometimes get overlooked in terms of how well he passes it. But he does a good job and is really solid off the bench. Plumlee moves well, he's active, and he's a rim protector defensively, too.
There's the feed to Burke. Here's the 3. Barea, no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Bol. And again, Denver with the triple.
And the big fella knows how to score the basketball. Bol's understanding of when to look for his next level.
Barea kicks to Marjanovic. Now here's Barea. Not a lot of room. 6 to shoot. And they get it. No good there. And Denver the other way now. Grant the pass to Plumlee. From deep three-point range. Mavericks with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Pass to Marjanovic. Dishes to Wright. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Dozier.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
A 3 from Morris. Kleba with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Marjanovic, no good. For Denver, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Denver passing it around. And Plumlee kicks to Dozier. And the wide open shot from Morris. Drills the three-pointer. Morris has got the lead up to 6 now for Denver. But toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall. Others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it. and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective.
And you can't forget about Bowles' range. After all, big men like him are expected to take the three in today's game.
There's the double team with Grant. Pulls it up. Marjanovic. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Dozier can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 7. Burke looking over the floor. Here's Kleba. He's covered by Grant. To the inside. And that one's good. Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 6 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now, here's Bull. He has 6. And here's Plumlee. Here's Dozier. Off target with his 3. 16 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Correa, the pass to Kleba. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Grant outside. A 3 from Morris. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. So that'll be it for
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, well, a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams. And that does it for our halftime.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been quite a game for Bol.
And, you know, not always the guy that you would expect to be making the big plays, but so far tonight, he has delivered.
Yeah, he has, and he's really been a difference maker so far, and it wouldn't surprise me if they look his way a bit more to end this game.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr., Doncic out there with Curry, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 slot.
Hardaway Jr. rises and fires with great confidence from there.
And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
The pass to Porzingis. Hardaway kicks to Curry. For the tie. The shot, no good. And Denver the other way now. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Knocks down the 3 ball.
You know, if you get open, you can bet that Jokic is going to find you. His floor awareness is off the charts.
Here's Finney-Smith. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Murray kicks to Porter. 3-pointer. And again, Denver with the triple.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Murray finds Doncic. Back to Curry from deep. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Murray outside. There's the 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. 6-point game. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
You know, Porzingis is a guy who's used to having to fight his way through the defense, and good balance allowed him to do that there.
Murray dishes to Porter. Pass to Craig. This one for three. Porzingis with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
Count it. And it's 6 points for Jokic.
Millsap doing a nice job there, reading the defense, and makes a nice slick pass to burn the opponent.
Murray from deep three-point land. That shot no good. And the Nuggets going the other way.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
Porter passes to Jokic. Murray with it. Guarded by Porzingis. Murray against Doncic. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Denver. And Dallas also making a switch. Kleba's checked in. Mavericks trail by 4.
You know, guys, the Dallas Mavericks with the longest active sellout streak of any pro basketball team. You can put sellout in quotes because they actually give a lot of tickets away to schools and community service groups to make sure that building is full.
Passes it to Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. That one drops for him. And it's a 6-point Nugget lead.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
The putback. The Mavericks rebound. Pass to Finney-Smith for the three. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Nuggets leading by 6. Daniels dishes to Murray, and it's in there.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And Curry has it in the corner. Elbow shot. And it's Denver with the rebound. Porter's got his 5th rebound in this one. Loads it up for Millsap. The alley-oop layup. Very well done. Millsap's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Murray with it. The third quarter comes to a close. The Nuggets on top, up 8. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Grant down low with Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Daniels in at the 2-guard spot. Inside, Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Grant down low. Back to Daniels. Now the pass to Morris. Here's Jokic, guarded by Doncic. And it's Jokic missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Kleba. Here's Marjanovic. Denver grabs the miss. Porter's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Daniel from outside sinks the triple.
He's one of the guys they don't mind taking the 3 in transition when he's that open. He's lethal out there.
Now here's Burke. He's covered by Daniels. Burke the pass to Marjanovic. Over Jokic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And even though you only see him in short spurts, Boban makes an impact, Clark, when on the floor.
Yeah, Marjanovic is a huge guy, and he only plays limited minutes at a time. But there's nothing small about this guy. He's an efficient scorer when he gets his chances, but just doesn't have the foot speed to be able to play significant minutes.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Denver, and the basket is good. Marjanovic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Out to the right wing. Jokic kicks to Morris. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. The Nuggets making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. And Dallas with a change here too. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Jokic inside. Goodbye, Porzingis. Count that bucket. 8 points for Jokic.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Millsap. Porzingis against Jokic. Porzingis with the block. Here we go, one-on-one. Hardaway passes to Kleba. Back to Hardaway. To the middle. Passes to Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. Wright trying to break free. His three-pointers off the mark.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
Kleba, the pass to Wright. Off target from three-point range. The Nuggets leading by 9. Inside, Morris dishes to Millsap. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Dallas has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Porter.
Porzingis is an outstanding free throw shooter, so he's not the guy you want to send to the line.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleba. Jackson comes in for Hardaway. Curry's checked in for DeLon Wright. And Trey Burke subbed in for Doncic.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Yeah, inside, Bolt does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Pass to Burke from deep three-point range. Plumlee with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Burke kicks to Marjanovic. Jackson has the open look. It's good from long range.
And he found a perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Bull, the pass to Plumlee. Denver passing it around. Daniel from outside. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 6.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Daniels inside the line. The shot, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
Porzingis can't hit. So it's Denver now. The clock now can just run out for the Nuggets. Here's Grant. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Well, I tell you, I like the fact that Grant is selective in the shots that he takes. He's looking for quality. If he senses the defense is playing off him, as the pass is coming to him, he's prepared. He's getting shot ready as the pass is in the air.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. So we see Denver get the win here. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks, for Greg Anthony.
improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and
Give me your food.
You play 2K.
All the time.
You act.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
the lights of downtown. And with, well, it can be a circus. David, thanks. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
And the game plan against the Blazers, the last few postseasons has been trapping Lillard and McCollum and forcing someone else to beat.
Yeah, and you wonder if this is an opportunity for Zach Collins to really step into his own, along with Nurkic, who last year was injured during the playoffs, so that there can be some points and contributions coming from your power forward and center position. That'll ease some pressure on your backcourt.
Outside, Porter. Back to Murray. Millsap's against Collins. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Goes back up. And Jokic lays it up and in.
A little bit of hustle, a little bit of energy. Jokic right now pounding the offensive glass and not quitting on these possessions.
Passes it to Nurkic. And the shot is long. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Craig passes to Porter. Here's Craig. Murray surveying the D. Pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 5. And it goes down 2 points. Jokic has got his second basket of the night.
That's a pretty smooth release for a 6'10" center on the perimeter.
Collins finds Anthony. Here's Murray. Whistle blows. Basket is... And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Lillard from outside. Up again. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got his second bucket.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
Craig passes to Jokic. Knocks down the 10-footer. And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is he didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs. So, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team. They're the fourth seed. Yeah, let's go up against this. Sure. There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Brent, passing is just one of the many things that Jokic does well on the floor.
Well, it doesn't look pretty at times, and there's not a ton of athleticism, but the cerebral play of Jokic, and then for teams to try to prepare Kevin defensively for a team offensively that plays from a point center, that's a bit of a mind job night in and night out. Denver's done such a great job of accentuating the skill set of Nikola Jokic.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Simons the pass to Little. Now here's Whiteside. Portland moving the ball around. And here we go. Nuggets running again. Here's Dozier. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Whiteside with the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now, here's Jokic. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. And now Portland on the break. Here's Trent. Whiteside, the pass to Little. And it's good, 2 points.
Nice awareness from Whiteside there, understanding where his teammates were on that possession.
For Denver, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Jokic. A three-pointer off the mark.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Denver in the lead, and here's the fast break. Here's Dozier. Throws down off the coast-to-coast drive.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Simons surveying the D. There's the pass to Trent to the inside. Now Hazonia, and stolen by Bull. Nikola Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to try to feed that, get out quick.
Hazonia at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Daniels, no good. Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Trailing by 4. Last game against the Nuggets, they lost in the Mile High City.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Millsap comes in for Jeremy Grant, and it's Michael Porter in for Bull. And the Trailblazers shooting at 46%, making some buckets. And Lillard kicks to Hazonia. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Anthony, the pass to Hazonia. And he drops it in from the low post. Hazonia's got 4 this quarter.
Carmelo has superb court awareness, sharing the ball that time well.
Back to Morris. Here is Daniels. He's guarded by McCollum, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Collins subbed in for Mario Hezonja. And Denver also making a switch. Murray's checked in, and it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That's his first foul. Portland trailing here.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Murray. On the wing, Daniels. Back to Murray. Passes it to Daniels. Outside, Porter. The Nuggets with another miss. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during the season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Here's Plumlee. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Well, for a guy who used to be more proficient in the half-court game, Lillard showing that nowadays he's just as dominant in transition.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. If you look at Denver, unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run. And, of course, Portland, they're down in the 9th position.
And when you look at Portland, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Paul Millsap.
Collins, a great high-energy player, and that's something coaches really appreciate, that players are going to come in and give them that kind of effort on a nightly basis.
No coverage that time. And that's now 6 points for Jamal Murray.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
Little can't hit. The Nuggets trail. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game for the Trailblazers. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic, and Mario Hezonja subbed in for Zach Collins. And a switcher also for Denver. Monte Morris is checked in for Murray. Denver shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Here's Simons. Out to the right wing. Fred passes to Whiteside. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Little. Defense is right there. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And it's Little finishing it off.
Well, Whiteside not really a playmaker, but that time makes a great read.
to the left side wing. Here's Trent. And he misses his first shot of the game. The drive by Jokic. It's good. Jokic has got 10.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
And that'll do it for the first half. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening. Thanks for joining.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Craig in at the two-guard spot. Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. Nobody near Nurkic. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Man, Jokic is making all kinds of plays here tonight. Very aggressive on the offensive end.
From deep. Lillard misses.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Now here's Porter. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. On the wing, Porter over Anthony. Porter, no luck.
1 of 5 here, Kevin, to start the half. Their offense looks like it's shrinking right now.
And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. The offensive rebound. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Millsap kicks to Craig. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
Lillard outside. Outside Anthony. Feeds to Nurkic. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 16. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Right? You played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible and
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support them.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
Here's McCollum following the basket by Jokic. Shot by Collins, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now here's Murray. 6 points for him. Basket counts.
And Millsap right now unselfish and looking for guys if they're open.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Cullen passes to Lillard. 1:05 left in the third quarter of the game. free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Well, Damian Lillard and his commitment to not only the way that he wants to play and wants to improve, but his commitment to Portland and this city and this franchise has been nothing short of remarkable.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Millsap. Bol comes in for Porter. Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. And Morris subbed in for Murray.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Lillard with no one around. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And that one's good. Daniels.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here. Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back. Jokic on an alley-oop. Sweet.
Pass to Whiteside. Over Bol. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to 10 on the bucket from Whiteside. 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Grant gets a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. Portland shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Shooting for Portland.
And the first one drops. Both teams deciding to change it up. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Back to Morris. The three. Misses. And so it's Denver in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Whiteside, Anthony out there with McCollum, and it's Simons in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Portland. The Nuggets leading by 9. Grant the pass to Bol. Down low. Daniels kicks to Morris. To the paint. And there's the pass to Plumlee. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Daniels. Tries again. Plumlee, no luck. Here's Trent. He's off on that one. And it's Denver the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. And again, Denver no good. Trailblazers trail by 9. Here's McCollum. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, he's just so good as C.J. McCollum at when to put the ball down on the floor and penetrate to the inside.
Here's Daniels. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First free throw is good. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Collins is checked in. Both free throws good from Daniels. Here's McCollum. Here's Simons. Right side, Collins. A 3 from McCollum. Paul Millsap with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 9. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Jokic, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Jokic has got 26 points.
Jokic showing off some of that all-star talent that we've talked about the last couple seasons.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Nuggets. McCollum finds Whiteside, and here's Anthony from the arc. Hits it from three-point range.
Can't allow that much separation, even as the pass is coming his way. Try and crowd Carmelo as best you can.
Here's Dozier. Morris looking over the floor. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Timeout.
And the Nuggets lead by 10.
Yeah, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Now a timeout called by Portland. One of the stories here, Nikola Jokic getting it done today.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
For the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simmons. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Murray comes in for Monte Morris. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
An open look for Lillard. He can't get it to go. And the Nuggets going the other way. Here's Craig. That one misses. Great D that time from Nurkic. Anthony kicks to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
That's a tip of the cap there, always wanting to take the big shot for his team. Lillard makes more than his fair share.
Pass to Craig. Millsap has the open look. They get it back. Jokic, that one good for 2. Jokic has got 28.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
And it's McCollum in the corner. From deep. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Nurkic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Clutch bucket by Nurkic on that possession. They needed that one.
The drive by Jokic. Here's Millsap. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And that's now 6 points for Paul Millsap.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
And that one's good by Porter. And now a 9-point Denver lead.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside for Murray. Inside, Jokic unable to get that one. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's McCollum with the drive. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, C.J. McCollum could...
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Craig passes to Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Well, at 6'8", Millsap is still a threat to get up in the air and get those down.
Lillard from outside connects from three-point range.
Well, he has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
Millsap dishes to Porter. Here's Morris. Lays it up off the glass.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
And Lillard gets it to go.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a...
So the Nuggets win it.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove? I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at, and with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, in the last few years, it sure is fun to watch, DA. Thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3 seat. And for Dallas, they've got Porzingis. Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 4. Now, here's Lillard. Shot clock at 6. And that one's good, Anthony. Should be an exciting game tonight. A lot of fireworks. Talk about some offensive trends, Chris, that have really changed the game since you played.
Well, one trend is the fact that the big fella can step out and shoot a three-pointer. It helps to space the floor, but you got guys that are shooting 30% from 3, but that's an okay shot because of what it does for the rest of the team. And so I would say that. I would say the big fella bringing up the ball and pushing it. But I would really just say pace and shot selection, the evolution of the game where the fact you can shoot so many threes now just allows for different type of cutting, different type of spacing, different type of action. I just love the way that the game and the team game has evolved in the NBA.
More possessions, all of it. You're right.
Yeah.
Lillard against Doncic. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And Anthony gets it to go.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, GA, I mean, great look, high percentage shot. That's the efficiency you're looking to establish.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Lillard from outside. That one doesn't go. And the Mavericks going the other way now. And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. That's his first foul. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Hardaway with it. 20 points for him last game against Denver.
And don't leave out his rebounding, Kevin. I mean, he had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Lillard against Doncic. The wide open look here for Anthony. They get it again. Back to Collins. McCollum against Porzingis. Tips it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Doncic. 5 to shoot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to foul him.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. White, he's checked in for Curry. And Trey Burke subbed in for Hardaway. Here's Simons. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
And Wright kicks to Doncic. Here's Kleber. Hazonia defending. Here's Marjanovic. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Here's Simons. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Passes it to Little. Here's Simons. Fires for 3. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Wright finds Doncic. Cleveland, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Little. The Trailblazers rebound. Count it.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Pass to Burke. Here's Kleber. The pass to Marjanovic. And stolen by Hazonia. Out in his own on the break. Here's Simons. Rips down the breakaway slam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Well, governing the split of second chance opportunities, Jay, I mean, that's what has them in the lead after 1.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Hazonia at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
And checking out the numbers for Whiteside, he's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break. Averaging about 19 points, 15 rebounds, and just over 3 blocks. And not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
Yeah, we talk about players getting hot offensively. He's in the same kind of groove with his defense right now. He's a beast at that end of the floor.
Here's Wright. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Zinkis, he's checked in for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Wright. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Pass to Kleber in the corner. Hardaway with it. Porzingis looking it over. Shoots over Nurkic. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis. And this game is tied up now.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Anthony kicks to Nurkic. Kleber with the rebound.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Here's Barea. And he gets it to go. Barea's got the lead up to 2 now for Dallas.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Fast break. Here we go. Kleber, no good. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. And we've seen stars, Chris, get suspended in the playoffs for having 7 technical fouls. Should we modify that rule at all, do you think?
I think it can be tweaked if everyone agrees on it. But for me personally, I don't think that we've had enough superstar players get suspended with that rule to say let's change the number. We definitely want superstar players to play in the playoffs, to play for their fans. But we also want to keep the integrity of the game. And if technicals means I get to yell at the referee more, well, then maybe I just have to have more discipline on my end and say, wait a minute, I can't do this because it's going to hurt the team. So I'm not sure about that yet.
That one falls.
Oh, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
Hardaway finds Barea. Here's Kleber. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. He's guarded by Nurkic. Finney-Smith can't get it to go. Portland leading. And now here comes Collins leading the break. Whistle blows. Bucket. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And Portland making a change here. Whiteside's checked in. Porzingis. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Kicks it out to Collins. It's rebounded by Dallas. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Now here's Lillard. Defense right on him. The 3 from Anthony. No good that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. And that one's good. Burke. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Anthony, the pass to Collins. Here's McCollum. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
Burke kicks to Doncic. Kleber, the pass to Burke. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
The Mavericks have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period. And that'll...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Doncic out there with Seth Curry. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4. So that's who Rick Carlisle. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go hard. Busting out the little something there. Collins enjoying mixing it up with ferocious dunks.
And the 10th pick in 2017 out of Gonzaga, Zach Collins, figures to be an important piece moving forward.
Just a huge demand for rim protectors who can also space the floor. But this 9'3" standing reach, are you kidding me? He's a presence inside.
McCollum finds Nurkic, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. Then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And the matchup with the Timberwolves, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And the pass to McCollum. Over to the wing. Lillard with no one around. From outside, off the mark. Mavericks leading by 3. Now Porzingis. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. Up top, Doncic. 6 to shoot. Curry outside. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic comes in for Porzingis. And it's DeLon Wright in for Luka Doncic. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. That one goes in.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Pass to Little. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Out to the right wing. Looking to end the run. Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
Passes to Finney-Smith. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. In the corner, it's Little. And it's Little finishing it off.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Right, the pass to Finney-Smith. Great D that time from Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 3. Drives contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
No, it's never really easy trying to guard Nurkic. I mean, even when you get physical, he just stays with it.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Well, the best season of his career, Kevin. But then Yusuf Nurkic suffered that gruesome leg injury. It was a huge loss for the Blazers and a long road to recovery for Nurkic.
Pass to Marjanovic. Basket good. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Simons surveying the D. And stolen by Wright. Here's Curry. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Trey Burke's checked in for Hardaway. Whiteside's checked in for Portland. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Simons, the pass to Trent. Nurkic with it. Now right defender. Lets it go from 11. And Nurkic gets it to go. Nurkic has got 5 points now this quarter.
Very capable of knocking it down from the mid-range. Nurkic is a guy you must stay tight with.
Misses the three. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. A 2-point game. Trent gets the bucket.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Yeah, it's taking on a different feel since the break. You can see how many more hustle plays are being made.
The pass to Burke from downtown. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Here's Simons. Burke covering. Simons, the pass to Little. Out left to the wing. Takes a 3. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 11 points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Defensively, you got to give a little bit.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Collins, and it's Whiteside in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. That'll be his second foul of the game. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Barea, and it's sent back by Lillard. To take the lead, Porzingis with the block. Kleba kicks to Doncic. The putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
I like to see this Lillard. Patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
From deep, Barea, and it's sent back by Lillard. Left side, Collins. Over Porzingis, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen it. They've got to communicate much better out there.
A different look for Dallas. Hardaway's checked in for Maxi Kleba, and Curry subbed in for J.J. Barea. Doncic, no good.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Cullen passes to Lillard. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Over in the quarter, Porzingis. And stolen by Lillard. And now Portland on the break. Up the floor. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Whiteside. 7 points for C.J. McCollum.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just trying to keep the momentum now, and that's easier said than done.
Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Anthony finds McCollum, buries the 20-footer. McCollum's got the game tied up here for Portland.
This is who McCollum is, someone who's ready to fire as soon as the ball touches his hands.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Here's Finney-Smith. Misses from short range.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
They get it back. Right side, good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Not going to go that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Doncic. Finished off the break. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Three-pointer, Lillard. Good on the three-point shot.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Curry kicks to Doncic. To the middle. Got a piece of it. Out to Porzingis. Pass to Finney-Smith. Porzingis with the ball. 4 on the shot clock. Hardaway. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Burke comes in for Seth Curry.
He's not about to let those points get away. I mean, he knows they're going to need him to.
Lillard attacking. Feeds it to Whiteside. Kicks it out to Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
Passes it to Porzingis. Here's Kleber. 56 seconds left to play in the final quarter. It's good!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch. And clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
Burke with the bounce pass. Top of the key, Porzingis. It falls! Huge bucket.
I think the roof's about to come off this place.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Collins passes to Whiteside. He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And both free throws good from Whiteside.
Well, that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Doncic kicks to Burke. Pass to Kleber. The pass to Porzingis. Doncic outside. It's in!
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over it, and that's his personnel. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're behind by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the game. chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
And so the timeout by Terry Stotts here. Guys, what's your take?
And the defenders are going to be very cautious coming out of this timeout. The only way they can get 4 points is with a three-pointer and a foul, so I'm sure the D will just back off.
Lillard way outside. No good. So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. It was a fantastic. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris